Oh, good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and, dare I say it, others, who again shall remain nameless. I love you all. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. The music of Thomas Tallis, a brilliant chorister who survived the reign of Edward VI. Nobody is sure how he did that. Everybody talks about how Bloody Mary killed 300 Protestants in her, 4-year reign? 300. Yeah, 300. That's less than 100 a year. Edward, in his only slightly longer reign, killed tens of thousands of Catholics, suspected Catholics, and Protestants who were accused of being tolerant of Catholics, as well as Protestants whose Protestantism was not quite savage enough. Edward rightfully should be called Bloody Edward. Rightfully. But instead we have Bloody Mary. That's what happens when the historians are on your side. The historians wrote to please an aging and slightly vindictive Elizabeth and a very insecure James I. And so they wrote as though Mary was the horrifying monster who slaughtered her way through the countryside, when it was her baby brother, in fact, whose purges of the north added yet another layer of misery to the north that had already been ravaged by his father Henry. Each, in their most merciful year of purging, killed more by an order of thousands than Mary did over her entire 4-year reign. And yet, Tallis survived the reign of Edward. And Elizabeth, when she announced that she would not continue the purges started by her father and her brother, Tallis returned to court, where he again composed for the crown. Such that by the time that James was installed, Tallis, by then a very old man, was something of a sacred object and deemed not to be killed, despite the loud outcry among the more fanatical and puritanical, who did at that time and thereafter howl for his death. Thomas Tallis, a great chorister and a very devout Christian. But enough about that. Yeah, so enough about Thomas Tallis. A brief interlude here. Yeah, I'm still struggling with house drama. The tenants still refuse to leave, and everything has gone before a judge. And so I'm supposed to find out today whether or not I can move into my own house that I own, that I just bought. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the laws that protect tenants protect bad tenants as well as good tenants. And so, yeah, that's a problem. Wow. I did not buy this house to be a landlord. I bought it to be a homeowner. I do not want to be a landlord. I do not want to be collecting rent. I just want to live in my own home, plant my garden, and put my dog in the backyard in the morning to run and do his business while I make breakfast. Yeah. So, yeah, anywho. Wait. Yeah. Anyways. House drama. And lawyers. Anywho, house drama. Hoping to be in the house by the end of the week. We were supposed to start moving in last Saturday. It's now Tuesday. Yeah. We definitely need progress. We need progress. Yeah, so anywho, just a little addendum here. No, we're not talking about the house drama. We're talking about some rather unpleasant and odious sermons from certain members of the NIFB. That's the New Independent Fundamentalist Baptist Church, which is the louder version of Jerry Falwell's sick, sadistic little cult of hatred. And in particular, Steven Anderson, but also countless other members of this exact same group who claim to be the sole representatives of Christianity. There's a thing called Christian charity. And the first word in Christian charity is Christian. Now, as an atheist, I've worked in secular soup kitchens as a volunteer, and we had mothers come in who were desperate and needed food for their kids, and we fed them. We fed the mothers, we fed the kids, we fed everybody. We didn't care. We didn't ask questions. We didn't say, "Where's your husband?" We didn't demand to know whether they had filled out a job application in the last 72 hours. Many of these were women who stopped on their way to work at their shitty Walmart or McDonald's job, grossly underpaid. And yeah, we fed them. We fed their kids. We took care of their kids while they worked their shift at a fucking soup kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, we did that. And we're a bunch of fucking atheists. And Wiccans and pagans and Hindus and Buddhists and Zoroastrians. There were a few Christians, but not very many. And those Christians were never NIFB. Never. Because NIFB Christians don't do Christian charity. They do Republican Jesus. here I am in my work uniform, getting ready to start my shift, and yeah, I'm in early, and I'm pissed because, yeah, a whole bunch of these people, these horrible, horrible people, as we're running up to Christmas, are saying, fuck you for being poor. I've got mine. Yeah. And then having the audacity to call themselves, mind you, Christians. Dude, I'm an atheist. I'm a better Christian than you are. Because, yeah, I help people. I believe in helping people. I believe in compassion, charity, humility, kindness. I believe in going out of my way to try to help people. But that's the thing, is it's not up to any one individual. We live in a community. And I realize that that also is socialism, but it's also true. We live in a community. And that means we're all in this together. So if you're fucking with the poor, if you're shitting all over the poor, if you're disparaging the poor for being poor, dude, just remember that that could be you. If you cannot muster the empathy to have compassion for others, at least have the self-interest to realize that this could be you. That could be you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at work. Yeah, I'm at work. Hello. Hello, caterpillar.
Usually
How are
see
you
the
today?
Fuzzy,
Yeah, the woolly
black-
bears, the
yeah.
black and orange ones.
rust, yeah.
Yeah, but this guy's different. Wonder what kind he is.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably some kind of moth.
Could be.
And he's moving along nicely. He's making great progress.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. He's a racing caterpillar.
Sure, it's a good thing you saw him. I don't want to step
Oh
on him.
yeah, definitely. Anyways, you take care. Be well. Stay safe, caterpillar.
Right.
Bye bye.